I do know one thing for certain. This has been an Odyssey I won't forget.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Podyssey, an Assassin's Creed podcast with me, William Maketh Lemouve, and my good friend the Exile. How are you doing,
hello,
Mr. Exile?
Hello, it's really good to be back. I'm feeling excited, rearing to go. Off the back of the last Mirage episode. As much as I really enjoyed making that, delving deep into it, and then obviously editing it, it was a lot, and it's got me in more of a. I need to have a nice chill episode today. Well, we'll obviously still talk about AC Shadows. We'll do a Q&A, which is our plan for today. We've got a lot of questions from the viewers, you guys who want to hear our opinions about Assassin's Creed Shadows, so we'll read them out. But it's going to be much more chill today, and I'm excited for that. I'm very excited. Now, I did have a question for you. Willis makes movies.
Okay.
Well, you alluded to me earlier when we were talking before we recorded that you had a very, very hectic week. So I wonder if you wanted to tell me about it and tell the viewers as well.
So to the lovely viewers at home and to you, Mr. Exile, I had a bit of an issue with my car. My car went a bit kaput, so I took it in. I knew the MOT was on the way. Took it into the garage.
Poot.
And about a day later, the guy came back to us and said that basically the car was going to be completely, irreparable. I don't know if that's a word. I was trying to think of a word there, but irreparable
is the one
that I've came up with there.
I think.
Yeah. So it would have cost £900 alone just for the brakes to be fixed.
Damn. What happened?
Which is a lot of money. Well, I think that the car... I mean, I've had it for 5 years now. It was a 2006 Polo, so it was quite an old car. And it had basically been dropping to bits over the course of me having it. And it just, unfortunately, just reached the end.
Oh.
A game ended.
Itself. Unalived.
Yeah.
That's sad.
We're still in the first 5 minutes, so I can't use any of the other words. But yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it was a great car. It's took me literally to the top and bottom of the country. But the good news is, I very quickly, because I hate the metro. I've hated the metro every day this week. I've had to take it. Last week, I got a new car. Very quick turnaround, but I managed to get a little Toyota Aygo.
You've got to overlay that picture you sent me.
Yeah. Let me overlay it. First of all, I've got a picture of me looking sad next to my old car and looking happy next to my new car. So that's quite a nice little transition. So it's been hectic because I've had to get the metro, and then on the evenings I've had to go and look for new cars. Now my mum's car is still at the garage, so we've had no way of venturing outwards to look at new cars. So thankfully, the car that I've got was at a garage that is just round the corner from my house. Thankfully, they had something that was really nice. So I managed to quickly pick that up. Within like 3 days, I went from having one car to having another car. So a very quick turnaround. But thankfully, the hecticness has ended. And I must say, by the way, taking a metro every day just completely drained me of energy by the time I got home. I don't think I could have done YouTube at all if I had to take a metro every day. Oh. Because I have done absolutely nothing all week.
Yeah.
There has been zero productivity, to the point where I'm now like having to put a hold on the Origins Outfits video.
No.
And I'm not a permanent hold. Not a permanent hold.
You can't do this.
I'm just trying to get something out. So I started working on another video, which I'm scripting at the minute. I'm going to try and get that out this week. Like, I need to get something out. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks now, and I've just been doing like live streams to try and coast the time between the thing. And my myriad of shorts have run out now. I've finished uploading all my shorts. So yeah, now I need to pull my finger out and do something.
Damn. I mean, R.I.P. car, firstly,
His name was Sherlock. His reg plate.
Oh, man.
Let me, his reg plate was SH06LCK. If I just put that in the chat.
Was that a personalised number plate?
No. That's how we got it.
That's crazy. That was that somebody's personalized number plate, and then you just got it like that, or?
No, totally just coincidental. Yeah.
Oh, show 6 lick, shoe lick.
Yeah, shoe lick. Well, I've never in the 5 years I've had it thought of that.
Thought of shoe lick. To me, maybe our
shulk.
Maybe our brains just work differently. But to me, I see shoe lick. But I also see Sherlock. But yeah,
I called him Schlock when I was angry at him.
Fucking Schlock. Fuck you,
Schlock, you schlocky piece of shit. Yeah. The new car doesn't have a very good reg plate. Let me.
Should you say it?
So,
like, because it's new.
Well, I'll not say it out loud, but I've sent it to you there. I just don't think there's much you can get with that. Nothing creative.
There's no
I mean, I've had
words.
a few suggestions.
There's no real word there, is there?
No, it's just a bunch of random. It's a bit random.
Yeah.
I mean, the first suggestion I had was roofie, which I don't think I can call my car.
No, not really.
That would be a bit suggestive.
Yeah, or ready to get in the roofie mobile.
Ready to get roofied.
Yeah. Let's get roofied in here. Yeah, best not to do that. Yeah. Yeah, you might get a. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's the best look.
No, I don't think shouting that out in the middle of the town centre when you've arrived would work.
No.
So yeah, it's been. How's your week been?
It's been alright. It's been alright. When we say how's your week been, are we saying it's Monday today? So what, last week? Since we last spoke, I guess.
Yeah, we'll not talk about just today.
Yeah. Not sure, like, how's just 7 or 8 hours been? No. Yeah, I guess since we last spoke, what have I done? I haven't really done much, to be honest. I've been coming up with new ideas for videos. I've been...
you've been on the grind.
Chilling. Yeah, being on the grind. I'm trying to think anything of note. God. Fucking hell. What have I done with my life? I've done stuff.
I do sometimes feel like that. After a week, I'm like, wait, what did I actually do?
Yeah,
what did I get done?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played as much. Oh, I've been working on the Starfield video. That's been a big thing.
Oh.
Not to harp on about it, but I guess it is good to hype it up a bit for when it does drop. People might want to.
Hey, I'm excited.
Give it a little look.
I'm waiting for this thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though. It's fun. I'm nowhere near finished, but I'll tell you what, it's one of those videos where like there is no rush, so you can really just sit down and enjoy it, like enjoy the process.
Well, of course. Yeah. That's the beauty of a new channel.
Yeah, like I'm really I'm really excited to just get it out and just have, kickstart this channel. But
yeah.
But again, like, I'm really... all this whole stuff, it's not just about having the video out, is it? The whole enjoyment of it is crafting it and, putting it together. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It will probably be out... I have no idea. I'm hoping to get it out before Shadows. I think I'll be able to do that.
Yeah, that would be good.
We'll see. Because obviously, when Shadows comes out, anything else is taking it's taken a hiatus, until we've covered.
That's true. Do you want to
Shadows.
start a new channel when?
Oh yeah.
You can't commit to it, I guess, for now.
No, I think I'm good. Like I've got. It's not just that video. I've finished the script for another video. I'm coming together for an idea for another video, and I think the new idea I have, it's not going to take long to edit at all. Again, it's like whatever I want to do, I'm not trying to see it as every video must be these big essays. No, like if I want to do one really chill video, then I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna take it more as, again, like whatever I want to do and whatever I'm passionate about making, I'm just gonna do it. So I've got one which is I have a plan for it, but the vibe of the video, it's going to be unscripted. And I don't want to say because I don't want anyone to copy my idea, because I've not actually seen anyone do this.
Oh,
but like the idea that I have,
I'll put my notebook away.
just purely by the sort of the format of this video, it comes very much from like sort of jokes and stuff that I can come up with on the fly. And I think I cannot do that well if I'm scripting it. I can only do it when I'm just like blah, 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 on the fly. I don't know. That's all I don't want to
okay.
say too much more. You'll understand what I mean when it eventually comes out. But that one I'd be able to get done in a few days. So, you know, there's a few things that will come at certain times. But yeah, it's just, I'm enjoying the ride. I would say the Starfield video, yeah, hopefully be out before AC Shadows comes out. Other than that, I've taken a bit of a backseat on like the long form videos on the main channel just because, I don't know, I have nothing to talk about like when it comes to new AC news. I do.
That's true, yeah. I was going to ask you about that because I feel like we're in a bit of a lull at the minute. There's still been a couple of things this week that happened, but I feel like things are now in the lull before the final push.
Yeah, I do. I'm curious. Well, I don't think we'll get anything else that aren't. Maybe we'll get leaks, but I don't think we'll get any more news until we get like a launch trailer. If we get a launch trailer. Because I don't see what else they're gonna do. Happening. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. People have like played the game now. There's not really much more to hide.
Yeah, exactly. We've basically already got our first impressions. You know, well, everyone's got their first impressions out there. Like, what more can you show? Again, apart from like a launch trailer to just try and boost some sales, I guess, when it comes out. But I quite like this. Like, it's good. It's like a calm before the storm because you know it's about to go crazy. Like, the game comes out, we're gonna have to like rinse this game. Like, we're gonna have to play it like for many hours, as much as we can, just so we can get, you know, well, obviously because we want to play it because it's Assassin's Creed, but also, you know, we want to get our content out about it before everyone else, and you know,
if we were getting news like every day, I think we'd be a bit bombarded. We'd be a bit drained before we even get started. Before it even comes out.
Yeah, it's almost a good thing. Like, I feel like I remember we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Like, I was very drained, wasn't I, with Assassin's Creed in general? I was very burnt out. And I'm definitely past that now. I am going to make a video about that because I remember I told you, or I said to everyone on the pod that like, I was feeling very burnt out with it, this and that, and then I was gonna, this is why I had the idea for this new channel, and when I drop my first video on the new channel, I'm gonna make a video about how I've been burned out with Assassin's Creed on the main channel, and then I also use that to promote the new channel. So that video is still gonna come, because I have a lot to say about that, and I think it's definitely relevant. I think it could definitely be relevant for a lot of people that makes it like only one type of content, so I think it'd be a good vid.
I find that's happening a lot in the community at the minute. Everybody's
Master Assassin like dipped, didn't he? He's gone. But well, he's not gone. He's making content. He's just taking time to like, you know, do what I want to do with the new channel, but on his main.
I do wonder if it's partly because of like the drought of content. Really, I would say like the back end of Valhalla and then Mirage didn't really give much like to cover in terms of like compared to Valhalla. There wasn't really much there. It was like a bit of a second breath, but not like too much. So I wonder if it's just because ideas wise people are having to like come up with stuff off the top of their head and like, you know, not really relying on news to keep the channels going.
My whole camera just like fell off and landed on my coke, and then loads of my coke just sprayed everywhere.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's why I went, oh fuck. Oh, I've got to figure out where to put my camera now.
I just missed a QuickTime event.
Yeah, well, I think it was caught on camera, so the viewers will get a laugh out of it. Nothing spilt too much, which is good. Oh, I've got to figure out where I'm going to put the camera now, because obviously that's not going to work. Oh, for fuck's sake, I had such a good angle. I was so happy with that. It was very makeshift, I won't lie.
They're the best types. I've done some wild setups in my time.
Yeah, well, yeah. When I started I had a channel when I was like 15. You should have seen the setup then. It was crazy. In a terrible way. I'm just going to have the one from last week. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, we'll just stick with that.
It'll be alright.
Yeah. Oh god, I got thrown off by that. I don't know. I was gonna add to what you were saying. See, I think I can't speak for the Master Assassin, because obviously, you know, I'm sure everyone has different reasons for why they sort of get a bit burnt out with content. Yeah. But again, like I'm in a good place with it now, but I will. I think for me, it was just the fact that like people know my like preference of an Assassin's Creed game. Like, I really love, 1 through Revelations mostly. Then I like Unity, Black Flag, 3. That's and like those. Like I like Origins. There's parts of Valhalla that I like, but like I don't know. Like I just feel like I'm so personally sick of like that type of open world that the newer games have, and just seeing Shadows being a lot like we'll see when it comes out. I might change my mind, but just seeing it potentially shaping up to be everything I don't want to play, it just proper burnt me out. I was like, for God's sake, like I'm literally talking about something I couldn't care less about like every day. And like obviously, covering the news, covering the leaks, like that is actually fun. Like I do enjoy that. It's like a whole, you race to who's going to be the first one to cover this new leak or these new news.
Yeah.
Like that whole aspect, like just doing YouTube, like I really enjoyed that. I just had this bit of identity crisis where I was like, but why am I talking about it? Like why am I doing it? But I've definitely. I've definitely learned from that now, and again, I'm gonna cover that in a video when I do that. But
I think that would be interesting to watch. I'd be interested to hear
I'll articulate
a thought out explanation. I guess.
I'll try and articulate it in like a exactly. I think again, like I can talk about it on the pod, but like I think when this actual video comes out where I try and when I sit down and I really put my words to
it's gonna be different.
My what do they say? Your thoughts to ink or something. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that. Then I think it'll be good. But I mean, I guess what were we talking about? Like overall, just to wrap up, that's been my week. Not the burnout stuff, but the working on this Starfield video. Which I've got like 5,000 words left to voice.
Really?
I can't do it all in one go. I start rambling my words. I start getting out of breath. I'm like, oh my God. You start overthinking it. Like, am I saying
my
it right?
voice goes after half an hour.
Yeah.
I can't record more than... There's some videos where... I think it's the Jacob and Evie character studies. You can tell with those especially, where I've recorded the whole thing in one go. And by the end, I'm like, I'm oh my goodness.
It's awful, yeah. Not you, but like just the process.
The problem is I get annoyed and I'm like, no, I need to finish it. I'm not going to come back and record it again. Like, let's get it done now.
I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
Especially the EZIO video. If you watch my EZIO character study, just listen to how I sound at the beginning and at the end. I'm absolutely crawling at the end.
See, that's
like the whole Revelations bit.
I know. I understand what you mean when you say like, I just want to get it done, but like at the same time, like, for me personally, I'm like, it has to match quality like all the way through. Like the quality of my voice has to stay the same. So like I can do like a 25-minute like session, but then after that I'm like, okay, we'll work with what we got, and then when I get to it, I'll record more. But here's what makes it much worse, and I don't know how many people know this. I've said about it as a joke in videos, but I don't know how many people actually took it seriously. It is true, and that is that when I record, when I do like obviously the podcast and like random AC news videos, I don't bother. But like if I'm doing like a video that is well thought out, I want it to be like as best as it can be. My mic, the quality of my mic, it's okay. It's not amazing. When I'm just sat at my desk, I think maybe it's to do with the room as well, not being, being a bit echoey. So I will go to the bed, right? The bedroom. I will sit in the...
Oh, yeah.
I will sit in the bed. I will put the entire bed sheets over my head. I'll sit there like a little, like, den. And I will cross my legs. I'll have my phone with my script, like facing away from me on the bed. I'll look down and it sounds so crisp. Like it sounds like I'm in a studio. It's so good. But like I tell you what, this is what makes me really appreciate what I have to do, right? And I hope the viewers will have a deeper level of appreciation, because I'll come away like 25 minutes after recording. I'm drenched in sweats, like it gets boiling in there. It's such a weird like visual image, but like it's a struggle, but like it's worth it because it sounds so much better. And if I don't record under the bed sheets and I listen back, I don't like it. So yeah, that's a weird little fact about me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just record at my desk.
Yeah.
I do put. I will say I put audio effects on. I'll go into Audacity. I record in Audacity usually.
Yeah,
I don't
you
just
do
record
that,
on OBS. But I do put like vocal effects on it to try and reduce noise and
what effects
make it sound nicer.
Do you put on?
I've got it written down somewhere. I do like a. I might actually have the note. Hang on a minute. I do like. Where are we at? This is just from years of messing about. So I do noise profile. I'll record for like 3 seconds and then I get a noise profile of silence, so I know what it's meant to sound like. Then I do noise reduction, compressor, and then limiter.
Yeah, you got to do it really, haven't you? Because it's like, well, for me personally, it's like if I know I can do it, I have to do it. I'll feel wrong if I don't. Yeah, I have because obviously I use Premiere to edit. I've got like a parametric equalizer, denoise.
Oh my goodness.
And I've got I literally copy and paste it for like the effects from other videos when I do a new one, so I forget what the other effect is.
Oh yeah.
I forget what the other effect is because I did it months ago. And I just watched a video of how to do it, and I was like, okay, I don't know what all this means, but it sounds better for sure. So I just use
if it sounds good.
It just makes it like, it boosts my voice a bit, it makes it clearer, and it makes it a tiny bit bassier, so it sounds a bit more full, I suppose.
Full's the word, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I actually got a new microphone when I did the Eevee video like last year, a couple of years ago now. I got a proper microphone that you hold in your hand and blah blah blah, and it just sounded awful, or it sounded like really tinny.
Oh.
And I don't know if it was, and it was really quiet. That's what it was. It was so quiet. I had to boost it by like 200% just to get to a normal volume.
Do you think that was
and I ended up just
settings of your mic?
I have no idea. I turned it up to max. I did everything I could. I ended up just returning it, and I just kept. I've had the same microphone this whole time, like for about 5-6 years now. It's only like it's a lot cheaper than the one that I bought.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I found made the most difference, because this microphone was very heavy and it came on a stand, and I ripped it off the stand, which you're not really meant to do, and I forced it into an arm. And ever since it's been off the ground, it sounds so much better. Whereas when it's on the ground, if I like hit my desk because I was very enthusiastic recording, or like just brushed something or picked up anything, you would hear it. And I had to go in and edit out those parts where you could hear me just knocking the desk.
Yeah, mine's the same.
It was so
mine's annoying. If I touch anything, you hear like
yeah, like, that's it.
Yeah,
that
you'll hear
noise.
that.
Oh.
Yeah, if I knock my thing with my ring, it's really loud. I just did it for an example.
Man.
I don't know why. I shouldn't have probably. The audio listeners will be like, my headphones. No, it's not that. It's not that bad. But speaking of your content, I was going to tell you something very interesting about your content.
Oh no.
No. What it was is last.
You know, it's funny. There's actually a question about this later in our Q&A.
Is it?
So I'll.
All right.
No. You can say this. It's a different. I think it's a different topic, but it's about. Yeah.
All right.
I'll not spoil it.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, last night, I usually when I go to sleep at night, I'll pop in my my earphones and I'll listen to a sleep story because I love those. It's just I've got into a habit of it, and this is what I always do now. And I was thinking, I told you, I said to everyone last episode, or maybe it was the episode before, that I watched this guy I listened to this guy called Stephen Dalton. He's great. If you want a sleep story, check him out. He's got such a he's got a calming voice. Oh, it's great. His story's really cool. Anyway, I've listened to so many of his now that I'm waiting for a new episode before he's released one because I've listened to pretty much all of them, right? So I'm looking around different channels last night. I'm like, what can I use for a sleep story? And I remember something you said to me.
Oh no!
You said
I know what you're gonna say.
You said in your Metro video you had a very calm voice, and you'll match the vibe.
Yeah.
And I thought, that'll be a good sleep story. So I legit put the video on. I close my eyes. I'm lying down, and I've got your voice whispering in my ear.
Oh, well, I don't know whether to be happy or terrified.
What is it, like
that.
the desperation of Metro or something like that, like Russia? It was really interesting. I tell you what though, it freaked me out a little bit because obviously it was dark vibes, very dark, very depressed.
Yeah.
Well, not
different.
depressing in the vibe of this destroyed world, and I started getting
trying to match the vibes of the
because I was just led there properly listening in the middle of the dark. I started getting a bit freaked out. I was like, oh my god, sometimes you just get a little bit freaked, a little bit like on edge, and I was like, shit, like I was calm. I wasn't like freaking out, like my heart wasn't racing, but I just felt a bit like, I don't know what it was. It just felt a little bit like.
I must have done something good then.
Yeah. And then you started.
I'm happy with that video.
It was
I'm
good.
still happy
It was.
with it. I think everything I talk about is good.
I didn't see it, but I heard it, and it was pretty decent. Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
And like when you were describing like climbing up the tower and seeing like the destroyed world and in the tunnel, and I was like, oh my god, like, yes.
Oh man.
It was good.
I used to put so much effort in.
It was immersive.
Yeah, I don't really do that anymore.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought to myself like, yeah, I could listen to more of these to go to sleep, to get me to sleep.
I think that is. I did a one for 28 Days Later, which is probably the closest to that.
Oh, see, I would watch that one, but I haven't seen the movie yet, and I don't want to spoil it for myself.
You're joking.
No, I saw the trailer for the new one though, and I was like, oh shit, I've missed out. I need to watch the first one.
Oh yeah. The first one's iconic.
Yeah, I know it is. It's just one of those ones that like just never happened. But I'm really hoping when the new one comes out, they might put the first one in there as like before the new one comes out. You know, in the cinema.
Oh, like in cinemas?
Yeah.
I'd definitely watch it in the cinema.
I hope so. They should do. I'm waiting for that.
It's well, the film was shot on such a bad like camera back in the day that any Blu-ray 4K like remasters just make the film look worse in a bad way because it's meant to look bad. It's not meant to look crisp.
That's the thing. Yeah, a lot of films.
Yeah, like I've got the Blu-ray and it looks awful. It looks so like digital, and I hate it. I'd rather have the DVD.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like that happens with a lot of things, isn't it? Like they think, oh yeah, even with Lords of the Rings that happens. Like they tried to 4K it, but the way it was,
I heard about
shot and stuff like that, it was very deliberate. I think it had that grain to it. I believe it was shot on like actual film, and so then obviously when you digitalize it, it just gets rid of that artistic intent.
Yeah, I noticed like a lot of 4K restorations tend to like get rid of the color, like any color grading,
or they'll oversaturate it. They'll like
like the
much.
Matrix.
Yeah,
the Matrix they made look really green because that's how they remembered it. It's not how the actual movie looked.
Because the code is green. Like I don't know if that's how it works.
Watch the Matrix. Yeah. It's like a very blue film.
And if we're talking about that, the Ezio trilogy, they oversaturated that. I was
just thinking that as well. Yeah,
they did that. Yeah.
I was playing Assassin's Creed 2 on stream at the weekend, and I was saying how like, oh, it's nice, like Venice has this watercolor effect, but there's the bit when just before the carnival where it turns to dusk, and it's the only time in the game you see Venice at dusk, and it looks so nice and purples and like blacks and stuff, and I thought it looked really nice, and then I just wondered what the remaster did to this. It probably just made it look like nothing,
just nighttime,
like just the same as every other. Yeah, and it had a proper style to it that I really liked.
Why? It's got to be right that a lot of these, like I don't know who did the remaster for the Ezio trilogy, but do you think it was probably outsourced to another company?
Oh yeah.
And then obviously that company have probably never had any link with these games, so they just don't understand the artistic idea of the color grading between cities. They literally strip it out and just oversaturate, and the textures can look crisper, and that's not a bad thing. But like, I mean, in a way, it kind of makes the originals better though, because it's like, this is how I love it, and then you can see something worse to appreciate the OGs more. You know?
Oh, genuinely. Playing AC2 on PC is the first time I've seen the game in HD.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. Like, playing it in 1080p, you're like, oh, like, this is what the remaster should have just been. Just the game how it was intended.
You must be able to play it in 4K as well, right? Or...
I don't have a 4K monitor, but I'm sure if I did, I'd be able to get it up to that.
Yeah. If not, there'll be some sort of mod that'll upscale
Yeah,
it.
it's weird though. It's like seeing for the first. It's like putting on glasses.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like Logan Paul
Like, oh.
when he puts on his colorblind glasses for the first time.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is how the game looked all this time. Like things that I thought were one like shape are actually another and stuff like on the outfit and that. Oh, it was interesting.
We need somebody in the Willis Makes Movies Discord to edit your face onto that Logan Paul image. You know, where he's like holding his face and he's like shocked, looking at the sunset. We need you edited on there.
It's funny actually. In the process of the Q&A collecting the questions. Somebody asked if they could make animated clips of the Podyssey.
Hell yeah!
Animate. Yeah, I thought
that'd be great,
idea.
and we could, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
Just like funny segments, like animated.
Like,
so, I don't know.
I tell you,
go for
the
it.
perfect one to start with would be the. Wait, you don't know who Anthony Allen is? You know, Launch.
Oh, I can't believe that. I couldn't believe that. I'm still. Yeah. I was telling someone about that during the week. I was like, how does he not know who that is?
Well, like I've seen it. Like I've seen his stuff because I remember I had a look at his channel once, like months ago, and I must have seen one of his viral shorts. And then I looked at his channel. I was like, oh shit, 100K. But then I was like shocked because like his videos, like long form, were getting like 500 views. I was like, there's something not right here.
He just did a video on Shadows and it's got like 40 views. It's crazy.
If Anthony, if you do watch us, my advice for you would to be, and I know it hurts because you have 100K. I know it hurts, but make a new channel. If you're trying to do the long form, you're trying to move away from Launch. Just make a new channel and then use.
Don't move away from Launch.
No. But what I'm saying is, use the main channel that went viral for Launch and just keep that shit going. Just keep doing the AC shorts because you've got something good that did all right for you. Keep it going. Don't let it drop. Then make a new channel.
He's got to be making that. He's got to be making that bag from that.
Yeah, 13 mil views on a short is going to be about 1,000, 1,300 between that. Which is crazy. It should be more. But
I was going to say that sounded a bit low to me, but then that's a shorts, isn't it? That's not like long form.
10 pennies RPM. That's how it is.
Wow.
On shorts. Trust me, if it was more like long form RPM, I would be rich. I'm telling you now, I would be rich. I would be, but we're crawling through the mud right now. But you know,
man.
Yeah. I do hold on to the idea though that one day YouTube will increase the RPM on shorts. They have done it. Like they have increased it. Last year, it went up from like 5p to 10p. Which would, for Americans, that would be what, like 7 cents to like 11 cents. And I'm doing like 11p, 10p, 11p per short, which is insanely low. It's like it's literally slave labor, but you know, like
it is.
It's I just one thing I will say there. I can't. Well, I mean, officially nothing. I'm not gonna say anything officially, but like I do get approached by sponsors to like do shorts and stuff like for them.
Oh, really?
That's where the money's at. Is doing like a sponsor. It's just a lot of sponsors are not in the field of shorts yet. They don't see value in it. But they're getting there.
I was gonna say that I wouldn't have thought they would want shorts. Like if because I work in marketing, I'd be like, I'm not getting my money's worth here. If you just
that's the thing. Like it's
30 seconds.
It's starting to get more of a lucrative thing. It's just companies are a bit slower to adopt it. But it is very lucrative. Like it's good for a company because, think about it. I can do. If any companies are watching, this is my pitch. No, I'm joking. But if I can do 1 minute, well, you can do up to 3 minutes on shorts now. So if I can do like a 1 minute or so YouTube short where I talk about your product and stuff, and I get like literally like potentially 100 times the amount of views I get on a long form, you're way more likely to make money on there because more eyes are going to see it. The more eyes that see it, the more likely that they're going to be like, oh shit, yeah, I haven't ordered from there in ages, or oh, this is sick, I'm going to order this. It's just, yes, of course, like with shorts and stuff, that people are more likely to click away quicker. But I just think for the sort of views you get on the long form, it almost cancels out that aspect of it, because like you will get a lot more people clicking than, for me at least, than if I was to have an ad in long form, where yes, people will watch for longer, but there's not going to be as many people watching. Again, I think people are clocking onto it just a little bit slower, but yeah, I've had a really good a few months ago I did that AC Shadows sponsor with that that shake company that do like healthy, well, not healthy I don't think, but you know, like drinks and stuff, not unhealthy, I'll say but that was
the juice.
Yeah, that was for a YouTube short where I just talked about it, and you know, that YouTube short got like over 10k views, and that's a good, and like it got a lot of positive comments saying like, oh shit, I might actually order this, and you know, so I think it's worth it for companies. I just think, again, it's a newer format of content, so I think it's slower to be adopted. But personally,
I think even with short term, I think people are probably going to lean more to TikTok, because the TikTok shop is so easy to access. You know, it's literally just one click. Whereas I think with YouTube, I still feel like there's a bit of a barrier.
Yeah.
To make it more difficult for people to buy stuff.
Yeah, I see that. You can't click links in the description on shorts, and so that's a problem. You can pin them in the comments and stuff, but that's it. And then another thing, if there's any sponsors out there watching, which I highly doubt, but if there is, you know, I can post them on my TikTok too. My TikTok too. my TikTok also. It's you know, that shit gets some good views over there as well. So anyway,
well, there you go. There's the pitch. Yeah,
I wasn't trying to pitch really, but you know, just saying. But
yeah, sorry. Good discussion.
Yeah. But if any sponsors want to sponsor the Podyssey, we are here.
The Podyssey. Hey, we would love to promote your product.
Of course, we are here. We are ready. We are waiting.
We have a very impressionable audience.
Oh my god. Nah, we love the audience. We're only joking.
Yeah,
but
I'm joking.
Yeah. Anyway,
should we move on to another topic?
I think that would be good. Now,
let's
I do want to mention one thing, and we'll segue this. We'll figure out a way to segue it. But I don't know if you remember last episode. At the end of the episode, I started saying about how I went to school with Francis Bourgeois and all this. You know, the guy, the train guy, the guy who was the
train guy,
the GoPro on his face. Yeah. So I remember. I don't know if you remember. I said about how I had an old podcast with some friends a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
Got no views, no subscribers, nothing. But we had a clips channel for it, and we posted a clip where I talked about Francis Bourgeois, which was in the main episode. It got 50k views or something, and on TikTok it got like close to 100k. It went crazy, and I got so many hate comments. I was going to read them out because it's funny. Thing is, I think we're gonna have to do the Q&A first, because I'm struggling to find them. I'm struggling because obviously I don't know if I've got the login, so I'm gonna have a quick look while we answer the first Assassin's Creed questions, and then maybe we can have you know, maybe halfway through we can have a little half time where we'll just laugh at my people bullying me, and then we'll get back into it.
Interesting.
Because it is worth reading.
I'd like to hear
it is very funny. I just have to try and log into the old podcast account.
And then we can put Francis in the
the
thumbnail.
Francis featuring Francis Bourgeois. Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead with the questions. Now, I think just to keep things flowing, I think the best thing to do is if you ask your first question and then go in with your own answer, because I don't know why, but I need to go to the toilet again. But I want, you know, if we keep the flow going, I'll run back and then I'll jump in to your answer. I'm only going to be like a minute, so I might be able to.
This is the Willis podcast for like a minute. It's just me.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
So don't expect an answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as soon as you got the question ready, I'll quickly run.
Well, I could just, if you go, I'll just establish what the rules are, or like, you know,
who are
what
you,
the format
Beaver?
is. Yeah. Oh,
The
no.
Overlay that new picture of him that he posted.
Let's not.
Have you heard about his new collab with this guy called Luke something?
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
I think if it's real, I respect him for that. You know, he's being him true self.
He's on that grind.
He's being
in
him.
many ways.
He's being. Is this his... Anyway. You do your thing. I'm gonna go to the toilet.
Okay.
All right. I'm gone now.
Right. Hello, Podyssey watchers. It's just me now. So, to establish what we're about to do, we wanted a bit of a chill podcast. I know we're about 39 minutes into recording it, but my camera keeps going in and out of focus, and I don't like when it does that. Anyway, we wanted more... It's still done it. We wanted more of a chill podcast, so what we decided to do was ask our loving communities to give us a couple of questions. If all else fails, do a good Q&A, and that's what we've done. So I asked my Discord, big shout out to them, for a load of questions about Assassin's Creed or just general things they want our opinions on, and me and the Exile are going to answer them. He's also asked some questions on his community tab, so he's got a couple of answers as well. So we're going to hop in with different people's questions. We're not going to name them. We're not going to name names. It's going to be kept completely anonymous. It's going to be nice and straightforward. We're just going to read the questions and give our general thoughts, unless questions are aimed at particular people. I'm not too sure what format his are in. So, with that said, the first question is a bit of a joke, and it is, do you work for Ubisoft? The answer, of course, is yes. Legally. In fact, I may be Employee of the Month again. Sorry. Because I haven't made any videos hating Shadows in a long time, so they've given me quite a lot of accolades. Mr. Darby McDevitt came and said he was going to write my autobiography, actually. That was quite nice of him to do. I met the voice actor for Charles Lee. Great guy. I think. I don't know who plays Charles Lee. I need to find out now. Wait, how come I don't know that? How come I don't know who plays Charles Lee? I need to find that out. Anyway, I'm rambling. No, in all seriousness, we don't work for Ubisoft. They hate us. They will not give us previews for Shadows. But if we're really nice, maybe next time. Oh dear.
Sorry. I was going to interject there. I've just heard you. I just joined when you said about they don't like us.
Yes. Which is not true.
No,
I'm sure they love us.
I actually,
so much that they gave us. Yeah.
Well, I don't. I think I can say this. I don't think it's a problem. I emailed this head of marketing lady for Ubisoft, and she gave me a very nice response. And she said she'd keep me in mind for future previews and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so she was just binning you off.
So then. I love Ubisoft now. No, I'm joking. I'd still fairly critique. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just had to correct that. I don't think they hate me. I think they just.
Oh, you're in.
Maybe they did in the past, but I'll tell you what now, they did respond to me. They acknowledged me, because I emailed trying to get a preview. She, the woman, I won't name who she is. She didn't reply, and I was like, oh, yeah, they don't like me. They're not going to reply. The preview day passed, but then she ended up coming back to me, and she was like, oh, hi, the preview is sadly over now. However, I will bear you in mind for future projects. So, you never know.
Oh, at least you're on the radar now.
I'm on that radar. So...
If you weren't before, now they're aware of you, which is good.
Yeah, maybe they just literally never knew who I was, and I just thought they did.
Maybe. There's a lot of Assassin's Creed YouTubers that... I didn't know Leo K existed.
What?
Until,
you didn't know...
somebody told me.
You didn't know Leo K?
I didn't know Leo K until
hardcore OG.
People kept telling me,
That's
how come
crazy.
you don't know who he is? And I was oh, well,
yeah.
I guess I'll check him out.
That's a bit of a crazy one, because he's pretty, if you're in the AC community, most people know of him. He's not, obviously, he's not a massive YouTuber, but, again, if you're in that community, he's been around long before us.
I gather.
He's been around long before
He's got a lot of street cred.
Yeah, he's been around since, lasers and
of course, yeah.
Fishy, shout out if you're watching. Back when they were doing AC content, I'm pretty sure he's been around since then. So he's been around. Wow. I just don't think he uploads much anymore. But
yeah.
But yeah.
So I give people the rundown on what we're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're good to just fly into it. Do you want to go
course.
with your first question?
Of course, yeah. So
my first question, sorry, in case you didn't hear it, was do we work for Ubisoft? Which I just had to
you had to
quickly address.
Yeah, legally we cannot confirm or deny.
Of course.
Right, so first one, and I do want to shout out his name personally, only because he is like one of my top viewers. He's watched me since I started, and I love this guy. But obviously, we might not name everyone. I feel like I got to shout this guy out.
I said ahead of time. I'm just gonna leave everybody.
Yeah, that's
anonymous.
fair.
They know who they are.
Yeah, fair enough. This one again. Maybe I shouldn't actually. I don't want to show favoritism. I won't say then. I won't say. But this guy's been around since the start. He says.
Just gonna run to your community tab right now.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know anything about them, so I say they say. What are your personal favourite and least favourite things in Shadows so far that you've seen?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Did you want to answer this first, or shall I?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
I need to think.
All right. Well, I mean, off the top of the head, I think like it's always gonna be story for me first and foremost. You know, because that's where most of my intrigue comes. I'm not saying it's something I wouldn't say I'm either least or most excited for it, or it's not one of my favorite things I've seen, but it's something that I'm most curious about. You know, it's something that it's the only thing I'm there for with Shadows, aside from obviously got to make content on it. You know, who's the assassins? Well, we probably know who the assassins and Templars are, but you know, what's the story going to be about this? You know, who's the main bad guy? Is there going to be a link to you know, the EZIO? I'm very curious to see where that goes. You know, just in classic.
I think I would say the same.
Classic AC fashion, but yeah.
But well, read the question out again. Was it what we are most looking forward to?
I should have pasted it. Hang on, let me paste it in the chat for you. I'll read it out again. What are your personal favourite and least favourite things in Shadows that you've seen so far? And I'll paste it in the chat.
Okay. So it's what do I actually think looks the best, not what I want to be the best.
What have you looked at and thought, my favourite thing I've seen so far is that, and my least favourite thing I would say is that, if that makes sense.
So coming at it from the same angle that I like the story, I don't think the narrative is the best thing we've seen so far, honestly. I think the difference between the two different play styles is something I'm really happy to see, because it could have very easily just been a Jacob and Evie situation. I'm glad that they have put the effort in to make each character so distinct and different. I do think that sort of put Yasuke at a very big disadvantage, because he looks not as good as Naoe, unfortunately, but I do think that at least having a separation there is the best thing for me, personal favourite.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's the thing with Yasuke. I think from again, we haven't played the game, but from what I've seen, like, when it comes to story and stuff, it might be decent, but I think just purely gameplay-wise, it seems that he can do everything now he can do, but he can only do it worse.
Exactly, and it's weird because he's not like an Assassin's Creed protagonist. He can't.
It's weird.
He can't do the assassin stuff.
I don't understand that though, because surely the devs were like, they surely when they were playing they could see this is just a genuinely objectively worse gameplay-wise character. Surely they'd think, okay, let's give him this ability, let's make him stronger at this. Maybe that's the fundamental issue with having two protagonists that are. Well, no, it's not, because you can have different characters. I don't know. It's
we'll have to see, but I do like that you've got that distinction. You know, I really hope that Yasuke isn't just an easy win button because you could just go in and kill everyone. I'm hoping that
I think it's the other way around.
They've put effort.
I think it's the other way around.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so I was watching Mr. Matty's review, right? Don't know if you saw it. And not review, but preview thoughts.
Yeah.
And he was saying, and I know this is just opinion of one person, so it obviously doesn't mean that this is the way it is. But again, so I'm just basing off what he said, and I think a similar thing was said by Skill Up. Basically, what they were getting at was, you know, for example, you go to do a viewpoint, you see a viewpoint, you run up to it, you're playing as Yasuke. Yasuke literally says, oh, I think Naue would be better suited for this, which is basically saying this is your cue to switch to Naue if you want to do the viewpoint. And things like that cropped up a lot. Naue's got all...
Oh, really?
Yeah, Naue's...
So it was more than just that?
Yeah, like, I think she'd be more equipped for this, and you switch over. And, like, also, there'll be... Things will crop up in gameplay as well. Like, so, like, you know... Not like him cueing you to change, but, like, you'd have, as Naue, the assassin tools, all of this stuff that you can do. Well, Yasuke's got the gun. He's got his katanas. But it's not as much variety there, which naturally leads you to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to play as Naue because I can... Yes, fighting... I might have more damage dealt to me as Naue, but I can combat that with all these tools, and you know I can do this and that. It's more. There's more variety from what I've heard people say, which makes you naturally end up being like, well, yeah, Yasuke's like maybe cool in the cutscenes and the story, but like, what's the point of playing as him? Whereas, you know, if I'm gonna have to, and what's the point of exploring the world as Yasuke when you'd have to keep switching to Naue when you do a viewpoint? You're just gonna run around as, and you know, go on your horse as Naue because you save yourself time.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah.
So you know,
I suppose that does sort of lean into least favorite things. I think my least favorite thing that I've seen so far is the way the dual protagonist thing works in gameplay.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
It's like, I think it's a good idea. I think the differences between them is good, but I haven't played it, so I don't know if both of them like juggle well or if there's a clear winner here. I don't know that yet, but to me, it looks good. It looks like two very distinct play styles, and I think that's what the game is being sold on. But my least favourite thing is the way it's been implemented, especially when you get to one of these forts and you have to choose who to play as. Like, in my mind, they should both be helping each other, not taking over from each other. And that's really been putting me off. Also, shout out to, like, the world design. The world design looks really good. Not a personal favourite, but they've done a really good job with that.
What, just in regards to, like, how it looks?
Just the visuals, you know. I mean, it always looks nice, but I feel like we sort of underappreciate how nice these games look visually.
For sure.
Even if gameplay-wise, they're not quite.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when the game was first, like, we first saw gameplay, and I thought, oh, well, the graphics... I was expecting the graphics to be a step up, but I think the more we've seen, the better it looks, and I can see now that there is a... you know, maybe not in textures there's a step up, but in like the weather system and the way that reflections are, and probably things like volumetric lighting. Like, I think that has all been improved, which is going to naturally make it feel...
I think it's got that next-gen quality.
Exactly. Of course, you know, we'll get a really good idea of that when we actually can... You know, YouTube is where it compresses footage is not a good way to show that, but when we actually play the game ourselves, we're going to see it in either crisp 1080p or crisp 4K, so, you know.
I'm going to see it in crisp medium settings. My PC is not going to be able to run it well, but I'll give it a good try.
I'm just going to play it on PS5, I think.
Yeah. Interesting. We'll get to see a different...
Yeah,
I might try mouse and keyboard for this one. I usually go controller.
I can't do an AC game in mouse and keyboard. Oh, I say that. I literally played Odyssey with mouse and keyboard back in whenever I played it.
Really?
Yeah, I played the whole thing with a mouse and keyboard.
I feel like the RPG games are made for that better because of the abilities.
Yeah, like you got 1, 2, the numbered thing for that, haven't you? And excuse me, yeah. While we're talking, I am trying to log into this old podcast.
Oh, you're still trying to...
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like, it was cool. I want to say the podcast name, but I'm scared that there's like old episodes where I'd be embarrassed for people to see. I'm gonna have a look.
Well, just continue the hunt.
I will continue the hunt. So here's the Clips channel. Sorry, not to distract. Sorry, carry on.
It's fine. Should I move on to my question?
I have it, bro. I have it. I have the comments.
Oh my god. Here we go.
No, we'll get to that. We should carry on with the questions. Really, when we've done about 3 or 4 questions, I'll do it then.
Okay.
So feel free, go to your question, and we'll carry on.
So this is just a quite a simple one. I presume I think I know what this question means. What is your favourite tool in Assassin's Creed? Like, what's just your favourite tool to use in gameplay? I presume is what they mean.
In Shadows or in any?
Just in AC was the question. So I guess.
Sorry. Did you want to answer this first?
Oh man. I mean, it's probably like the smoke bomb.
I was gonna say that.
It's the most overpowered.
Yeah.
It gets every situation can be solved with a smoke bomb.
Yeah, it is OP, isn't it? I really liked him in Revelations, because you could, you got all different variations of smoke bomb that you could craft. I never used to really utilize that system when I was younger.
No.
But as I've replayed sort of in the last few years, I've properly used it, and there's a few things there that actually are really helpful. Like, you've got the crackling thing, which is basically like a whistle, which you had. There was a similar thing in Unity. Yeah. There was something like poison ones, I believe, gas cloud thing, if I can remember correctly. There was a few different things, and smoke bombs for me is always going to be like the classic. Other than that, throwing knives, I suppose.
Yeah, I was thinking that, or I would say the berserk dart.
Oh yeah,
is a classic. I like good, or the berserk blades from Unity.
Yeah,
just fun, isn't it, to hit a guard and watch him go crazy.
Yeah, he starts swinging his arms left and right, and like he's gonna hug someone. That's like AC2. Oh yeah.
And I liked in Rogue where they had those barrels which would infect like all of them in one go.
Yeah, yeah.
What have you just sent me? What have you just sent?
So I was thinking.
Sorry.
When we get to the clip, we'll have to watch it for context, won't we?
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll just forget I saw that then for now.
Yeah. So sorry, you carry on. What have we got that question, or should we go to the next question?
I think we've nailed that question.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we're in agreement.
Shall I read out a next question?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. Here's an interesting one. So the next question I had was, do you think the events of the Ezio trilogy will be mentioned?
Yes, I think so.
In what way do you think it will?
I think we will probably get a name drop for Ezio.
Yeah, like...
I don't think it'll be massive, but I think it'll be something along the lines of like, oh, this happened in Italy recently.
Can I ask, what year, like what decade is Shadow set? Like, is this going to be Ezio long after he's, mentor, or is it...
So Ezio dies in 1514, I want to say.
I believe.
And Shadows is set in 1579.
Oh, so he's dead.
He's dead, but it's not far off.
Unalived.
He is very game ended.
Right. Okay.
He's desynced.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, that might be interesting. Yeah, they could.
But it's not far after, so his legacy is still intact for like the Roman Brotherhood. Is what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Imagine if I could just see them doing this, and I don't know if it'd be good or not. But imagine if, like, Ezio's son is just there. Or his grandchild.
What, like, somebody called Auditore?
Yeah, there'll be an
Like,
Auditore.
in the game.
Like, maybe it's, like, Maria's grandchild or like, Ezio's grandchild, and it's, like...
Yeah, or Claudia. Claudia could have married someone and...
Oh, did I say... Who's Maria?
Maria's his mum.
Oh, shit, I was thinking his sister, and I said Maria. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah, that would just... I could have just said Ezio's son at that point. Maria's grandchild. Duccio... No, not Duccio. I'm getting all the names wrong.
Oh, God, not Duccio. Duccio.
Oh, God. No, what's...
A pleasure.
Yeah, what's Ezio's brother's name?
Fake fans.
Angelo. No.
Which one? Which one?
It is a good...
The older one. Federico.
It is a good life we lead, brother. Yeah, Federico.
That's Federico.
Federico.
And the young one's called, it begins with a P, doesn't it?
Pietro, isn't it?
Is it?
Pietro. I swear.
I
swear it is.
I don't know, but yeah, Federico.
But, like, I was just going to make a joke, like, instead of saying Ezio's son, you say Federico's nephew.
Oh, right, got you, yeah.
I once had an uncle. His name was Federico. He just don't.
He was the most important in my family.
Yeah, it's like just making the joke that like Ubisoft don't want to mention anything to do with like assassins.
Oh yeah.
I had this banker. He was my grandfather. His name was
Petruchio. Petruchio.
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to Google that. That was annoying me.
Yeah.
You could be like, I had an uncle who used to collect feathers before he died.
Yeah. And I never knew what came of those feathers, but
I never knew why he wanted them, but they were very important.
Yeah. Or like,
oh, I guarantee it. Yeah.
Did you
maybe a DLC? DLC will have an auditory as like a shinobi member in the battle pass.
It'll be like
new shinobi members.
Yeah. It'll be a DLC, and it will literally be a modern day character just for one cutscene goes into the Animus, relives Petruchio's memories, and it's just a collecting feather simulator. It's just like a parkour simulator of Petruchio just running around collecting feathers.
Petruchio was secretly like a ninja.
Yeah, and he was like literally like game ending the pigeons so he could pluck their feathers.
Oh,
you got a little
like a hunting minigame.
You've got a little slingshot to makeshift one to kill the pigeons.
little slingshot, yeah.
And he makes a little quip every time he kills one. He's like, another one bites the dust.
Oh yeah, proper like Marvel style quips after each
There'll
one.
be like a flock of pigeons behind him and he'll say, they're right behind me, aren't they?
It reminds me of that bit in AC2 when all the Templars are having their evil meeting and then a bunch of pigeons like get in Ezio's face and then he misses them, like they all disappear.
I don't even remember.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's in Venice. All of the Templars are having a little speech on the bridge.
I remember
having
that.
A little talk.
I don't remember the pigeons.
And then Rodrigo, as he leaves, a bunch of pigeons go up in Ezio's face, and he has a line of dialogue where he's like, "Oh, I lost them. Where did they go?"
That's so weird because I know that scene so well, but I do not remember the pigeons. Damn.
Yeah, you have to watch it back. It's just funny because Ezio says afterwards, like, "Oh, I lost them. Where did they go?" And it's just because a bunch of pigeons flew up in the air.
That's funny. That's kind of contrived, but I kind of love it at the same time.
Yeah. It's AC2, best game in the franchise, apparently.
Do you not agree?
No, I don't.
It's hard. I'd say like gameplay loop wise. Oh, I don't know. No, it's got to be Brotherhood.
No. The second half of AC2 is a slog. It's an absolute.
I wouldn't agree that it's a slog. I wouldn't agree.
I mean, it's not a slog in terms of like compared to the more recent games.
No.
I just don't think. I think it loses momentum very quickly. Hot take.
I think once it hits those DLCs, it can feel like, oh, for fuck's sake, the DLCs again. You know, because you have to do them. Like, the Bonfire of the Vanities, like, it does feel like, right, let's just stop everything we're doing and let's just, like, assassinate random target. It's good, though. It's good, like...
Oh, like 25 people.
But it is good, though, because, like, the memory corridors, like, between these characters is decent. Like, story-wise, and, like, when it delves into the philosophy of the Creed more than the actual rest of the game, in a lot of ways. So like that, but I just think gameplay wise it's like a drag. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I suppose so. I think it's also limitations of the time and stuff. I don't blame AC2 for what it is.
Yeah.
It's just gameplay wise, I think it really slows down. It starts to become a lot of filler missions.
I'd have to
like
replay. I mean, I've replayed recently, but I never thought that. Like that's never come to my... I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying that's never come to my mind where I thought I felt like that. I've always... Because I don't know, I just love, like, those... I don't know. I've never felt it, but no, fair enough.
Interesting.
But just to swing it back round to the question...
yes.
So you believe that Ezio, in one way or another, will be mentioned.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him. I don't think we'll see him.
Yeah, no, nor do I. Well, he's dead.
Yeah, but they'll do anything.
Yeah, true.
But I don't think they will.
Flashback.
I don't think we'll get like a vision of him in the apple or anything. I
think... I'm trying to have a think off the top of my head. Yeah, I agree with you. It's like, for them, it's too good to not mention him, right? Like, you think of it from Ubisoft's point of view. Like it's going to be one of the like the Marvel cameos that people love. It's going to be one of those.
They can't resist.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not going to not do it, or maybe they will, but I would be shocked if they don't. So I think he will get mentioned. Yeah, it's just it's
so close to his time period that I don't think they can resist. I mean, even Valhalla had that little weird cameo where you like see Minerva speak to him, but it's from the other side. It's from Minerva's side, and they had like little Roger Craig Smith voice lines like scattered throughout that sequence, and like they can't help themselves. Ezio is like the only character they want you to remember.
They also did you'd think it wouldn't be possible, but they also did that Bayek cameo in Valhalla with the letter.
Oh yeah,
Redder's letter, because Redder's just like what even is Redder? Is he an Isu being? Like, why is he immortal?
Because he can sell you.
Oh, I know
he
that.
Can make Ubisoft money.
I know that, but like,
the canon. I don't know.
That's what I need to do next for one of my shorts. I need to do who the fuck is Redder and why is he thousands of years old? And well,
it is canon that he's thousands of years. It is the same person.
Do we know anything about him lore-wise, or is it a mystery?
I think he says himself. Like, there's hints that he's been alive for thousands of years or so. I think he is like a sage sort of thing.
Oh, he's just a reincarnation.
If I was going to try and pin it.
But then, he's a child all the time? Like, he's a child, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
He's like Hasbullah.
He makes money. He's Hasbullah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's actually a very old man, but he just looks like a small child. You know, he's got just a genuine condition.
I mean, I like it. I think he's great. He gives me the ability to get outfits without having to pay money for them.
Yeah, but he very much...
I love Redder.
You say that, but the only reason he's there is to make things expensive so that you buy some gear packs.
Yeah, so they can technically say that you can earn them.
I legit never got anything from Redder in any AC game because... Well, maybe I got a couple things, but like he was so expensive. I'm like, I can't afford this. I'm not going around searching for like opals or whatever it was, the currency, and I'm not going to buy them. So I never really bothered with it.
I got quite a good lottery in Origins. I got like 3 of the DLC outfits.
Yeah.
Which I've only found when I was going through the video for Origins. I was like, oh wait, I've got this one. I didn't even realise this was a shop one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe I was just unlucky.
I mean, Valhalla also had that free... I don't know if it was a thing at launch, but it has that weekly... You get a free item every week that you log in.
Yeah. This shit kind of is like soft-core gambling.
Oh, very much, yeah.
Kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Oh, God. Well, I think, to answer the question about the Ezio thing, I'm kind of with you. Like, he'll be mentioned. Will he be shown? Well, potentially, but we'll see. But yeah.
Maybe a relative. There's a higher chance of a relative appearing physically than him.
That low-key makes sense.
Due to him being dead.
Like, we'll see. We'll see. But, should we move on to another question?
Yes.
Do you want to read one out?
So this one's a bit of a joke, a bit of a poke at the Japanese woman warrior thing. Would you survive as British warrior man? And if so, how?
Well,
so I think it means if we were the A word, what would we?
The A word.
The A, you know the A word, the word that Ubisoft doesn't like to use.
Oh, I was thinking of like a slur or something. I was like, what's he talking about?
It is.
Well, yeah, it is. If we were wait. So, what's the question?
let me just paste it in.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to do that with the other ones.
So I wasn't even looking, to be honest, but okay. Would you survive as a British warrior? Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. He's basically saying, I'm gonna say the word. I know I shouldn't, but I am gonna say it. He's basically saying, if we were in Assassin's Creed, like we were assassins, how would we survive?
I think so. Or like, would we survive? I think is the question. Do you think you could be an assassin?
If I woke up tomorrow and I was thrust into the world of Assassin's Creed, depends on the location, the era that we're talking about, that sort of thing. I think I need a lot of training, that's for sure. I think climbing, I'd probably fall on my back and break it, and that's not a sign of a very good assassin. I also would have too much of like a conscience with killing. I can't kill. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So no, I think I'd be an all assassin actually.
Yeah.
I'd be quite good at the dramatical sort of rhetoric between Templar and assassin. That'd be fun. But I'd say, okay, you can go now. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So no, I think
let's agree to disagree and then walk away.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying that to me. Like I would actually kill.
Oh no,
I would be the one that kills.
No. I mean, like, if you're talking to a Templar, you just be like, okay, we disagree.
Yeah.
See you in 300 years when this happens again.
Yeah. But what about you?
Oh, no, not a chance. Not a chance. Yeah, I don't think I could kill people. I could probably get away with the long monologues. They'd be quite fun. I'd have some cracking memory corridors if I did ever kill someone.
So, yeah.
I would actually voice what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Unlike certain characters that we may have discussed in previous episodes. But yeah, I mean, I guess this question also extends to like, what kind of weapon set would we have? Like, what kind of build? Maybe.
What builds? I would have robes, a hidden blade.
Yeah, it's a good start.
And throwing knives and smoke bombs.
That's a good.
And I'd blend with the crowd. I wouldn't crouch down.
I've got a question.
I wouldn't
about
run around on all fours. I'd actually blend with the crowd because I think that'll be easier. I think that'll be easier to do. But yeah.
Oh man, that kind of leads on to another question.
Oh, go on then.
Maybe shall I bundle this one in?
Yeah.
So we had a bit of a piss take at social stealth in the last episode. So somebody has asked, what would we bring into AC to enhance social stealth?
Ooh.
What would we bring in
to enhance social stealth? Ooh, what would you bring?
Oh man, now I need to think about that. That's a good question.
Well, I mean, I would personally build off of the Ezio trilogy's social stealth, and I'd try and maybe improve it from there.
Yeah, I think it's the level design that needs to be brought in.
You need more.
I think you need levels that fit it.
The thing with, again, we literally talked about it for hours last episode, so I'm not going to bring up Mirage too much. But like, I think one of its main problems with social stuff was there wasn't enough NPCs in the city to blend with, and the streets were too wide. Yeah. You got to make the streets a bit more packed, I believe. Like make them a bit narrower, a bit more claustrophobic. It adds that sense of fear when blending, So like you said, world design,
denser crowds.
Yeah.
If we're gonna say a mechanic, I would maybe bring back the disguise system from Liberation.
Yeah,
I could see that coming back.
Yeah, I mean,
to help blend with certain groups.
I didn't like that because I didn't like it just because it was just an animus ability. Like, I like it when it's more like I would play off of that, but I would make it more like you have to wear different outfits. Like you have to equip a different type of robe.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah. Hitman style. Like you can only blend in with monks if you're dressed in assassin robes.
Yeah.
You can only blend in with beggars if you wear beggar outfits or something.
Yeah, I feel like Unity could have done that quite well, like with its customization system. Like this,
oh man, that would have fit so naturally.
Can you imagine, like you go to buy some shoulder pads in the customization area? It says warning, this will not blend with, and it lists enemy types or something.
If you dress like a military guy, you can blend in with the soldiers.
Yeah, exactly, and like that will be like it will list that on different items descriptions. Like, okay, I want to buy. Let's try. I say buy. Like with the coins in the game. I wanna try and go to the tailor, and I want to get an outfit that I know is gonna help me blend in with this next black box mission enemy type. So then you go.
That sounds
it sounds good, doesn't it? You go to the tailor.
It's annoying.
You go to the tailor. You think, oh, okay, that looks good. Oh yeah, but it doesn't blend with this enemy type. And then you find another one. It's just you got just enough florins, I'm just gonna say, because that's the currency I know the best in the games. And it's like 1,000 florins. It's you can customize. You can dye it. You can customize a little bit the way it looks. and it will blend with, monks. It will blend with, like Templar, this type of Templar, but it won't blend with the brutes. Like, they'll see you straight up. You know what I mean? Like, that would be cool.
It could be like you might have all of the different factions on one side of the screen with like a bar next to them of how much they will trust you, and if you go into the yellow, then they will start to distrust you straight away, a bit like the notoriety system.
Also, Valhalla could have done that with the way that if you get too close and you walk too fast, they will catch you sooner. And it's I see that.
Yeah, they kind of did that with the cloak. They kind of like lent into that a little bit. I think that's a really good idea.
That cloak system though in Valhalla, I liked the idea of it, but I felt it was too like they'd catch you way too easy. Like if you accidentally, the issue was you had to like lightly push the thumbstick. If you could have just genuine, like in the old games where you hold trigger or hold a button to run, that would have worked better. Yeah. But because you had to really, if you pushed it a little bit too much, you had a little nudge by accident, they'd just catch you, or they'd start like, it was a good idea. But
it's weird. They had areas of the game that were like really easy for you to get spotted, but then they didn't give you a way to not get spotted. Like the social stealth should have been there for those particular areas.
Oh yeah, social stealth in that game
like little villages
trash.
And stuff. I remember.
You had to hold down to like start smashing hammering like a wall and stuff, and it was like it wasn't seamless enough. It was very stop start, wasn't it?
Anyway, that's enough of Valhalla.
I'm gonna have to say something right now, and you're gonna think, what the actual flip?
Okay. Am I gonna question your bladder?
Yes. I think this is my issue, right? I go usually on a Monday. I'll go through the whole day. And then it will hit me at like 3 p.m. Oh shit, it's the podcast today. But my issue is I'm always drinking water at my desk. I know it's a good habit. It keeps me keeps me healthy.
Yeah.
I actually love water. I always got some water by. I'm always taking a sip. Issue is causes me to need the bathroom. And if I know I've got something coming up, I will just drink a normal amount. I probably drink too much, and then I'll be fine. But I forgot, I legit forgot we were recording, and then that was it, too late, so.
I think my problem is when I'm recording, I'm like fidgeting. So if I've got food, I'll just start picking at the food. And I've finished my drink now, so I also need the toilet. So that's really good.
Oh, okay, that's cool, yeah.
But I'll just sit and sip. I'll sit and sip all the time, and then I end up needing the toilet. Like, oh, why? Oh, yeah, I've had like 3 glasses.
Yeah. Also, I think on top of what we just said, I actually think I do have like a weak bladder. Like I need it more than like most people.
It's funny you say that. I often think the same on a night out. I'm
but that's a night out. You drink alcohol, you go.
No, I know, but like I still feel like I go to the toilet a lot more often than other people. It's like at least once every drink.
Yeah, it's the nights out are the worst when it comes to that, isn't it? As soon as you have a bit of alcohol, you just got to keep going, haven't you?
The floodgates open.
Yeah, they open, All right, well, I guess we'll both run to the toilet right now then.
Yes. When we get back, should we do your comments?
Yes.
Do you think?
All right, yeah? I'll let them know when we come back. Yeah, all right.
Okay, cool. Right. You die.
Hey, I was thinking then, have I just said that to thin air because I don't know if you're back, but it paid off.
It's all right. I was the one who said hello to thin air.
Sorry about that. No, I was here. I was just ignoring you. Right. So
I forgot to mention, by the way, I passed 7,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, I was gonna congratulate you in the beginning. I forgot. I literally have that in my notes. I wrote a few notes of things to mention, and I missed it. Actually? Yeah, I was gonna say congrats, man. Good little accomplishment to hit a new 1,000, isn't it?
Yeah, hoping to hit 10k. I'm saying by the end of the year to stay humble.
Yeah,
I hope.
That's the thing. Like, if I'm to look at your channel, I would personally say you're probably going to hit it quite a bit before then. But it's good to stay reserved a little bit, isn't it?
Well, we'll see how Shadows does. It will be fantastic to wake up one morning and just have hit like 250k from some terrible Shadows video where I review the pre-order bonus or something.
Yeah.
But,
everyone's commenting and making memes about your suit that you were wearing.
Oh yeah, everybody goes back into the archive and finds out.
You get cancelled overnight. They find
I can see it happening.
Yeah, it would be good, wouldn't it? It would be good. Who knows? Who knows?
I hope that everybody gets a bit of a boost from Shadows.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
the community.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we will. I think Joe Raptor will get another mill.
He'll get that bag.
Yeah, well, good for him though. Good for him. That's he's living the dream. I respect it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a busy month next month.
I know. It's next month. I mean, I don't think we're getting another delay. I think this is absolutely it.
Yeah,
we've got to lock in and get ready.
I think so. It's gonna be a wild ride. I think. Yeah. I've probably said this on the pod before, but I think my plan is when the game comes out, of the minute it drops, I'm waiting until that timer, the game unlocks. I'll have it pre-installed. I'll press start. I will get recording and I will get going.
Yeah.
You know, and I will play. I don't care if it comes out at like 4 a.m. in the UK. I'll have to plan ahead. I'll do it.
Locking
I
in.
will play for about 5 hours probably straight. I'm not even joking. I probably will.
I'll be live streaming it. I'm going to live stream my first playthrough. Yeah. Definitely.
Well, I won't.
Not the whole playthrough. Sorry, just the first few hours.
Well, I won't be streaming, so I'll check in on yours probably.
I think I'm gonna record videos during that.
Yeah. Do we know what day it comes out? What day is what's the actual day?
I think it's a Thursday.
Okay.
Which is great because I'm gonna get the Friday off.
Okay, cool. Because that gives us time to do stuff over the weekend, and then hopefully we'll have a good few hours done before Monday, and we can talk about it.
Oh, you make a good
first
point.
impressions.
Yes, we could do a Podyssey.
That said, though,
yeah, we have to.
That will probably be right. We need to get this video out ASAP rather than we need to wait till next Sunday.
Yeah. We're not waiting till Sunday for that.
But I think
no editing, straight out.
I think if obviously, fuck it, we'll be good. We'll do it.
Oh yeah.
What?
The Monday is my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! Yeah. No, well,
yeah.
We don't have to record Monday if you're,
I'll see what I'm doing. I might just do it anyway. It'd be fine. Or we could record before that. Let's see.
If we do it on your birthday, I'll do something funny for your birthday. But if we
am I getting a song?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. You're bringing the good ideas today.
There we go.
But if we do it another day,
we'll
do the same.
something.
I'll do the same, even if it's not your birthday.
Yeah, but we'll do something to get the first impressions out straight away. I think definitely.
Yeah, I think if it's we'll figure it out. I'm aiming to have at least 10 hours played before that Podyssey episode.
Wow. Oh, that would be funny. Yeah, we can compare how far through we are.
Yeah. I'll be like, you haven't got to this bit yet. Ooh.
Yeah.
No, I think for that though, we'll have to do this is our first impression, spoiler free.
Yes, spoiler free probably.
And we can talk about story.
I doubt we'll have finished much.
We can talk about dialogue and story and but we don't have we could avoid the narrative spoilers and all that. But
yeah, I think it'll probably still be quite vague. I'm expecting this to be an Odyssey length game
that you won't forget.
So I'm not expecting to finish it. Well, hopefully I don't forget it. Yeah, hopefully it's good.
Are we gonna?
We'll see.
We'll have to do like we said, we'll have to just screen record for a good minute, just the loading screen, so we can use it for the background for that episode. Yeah. No running, just standing still, and then we'll
just make your Wi-Fi worse so it lasts longer.
Yeah, but it's not gonna load on the Wi-Fi, is it?
No, I suppose the game just has to be bad.
Yeah, you can have the. It's not we don't know. There's a Wi-Fi requirement to play, is there not?
Oh yeah, I think
that's not for loading though, is it? That'll be for servers and
maybe the servers will be really bad on the first day, so we can just use that first day to get loading screen footage.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. But well, with that said, should we? We've got a little bit of a halftime, funny little bantery teaser. Or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. We say half time, we're probably going to have to rattle through the rest of these. I've got loads of that.
True.
But that's fine. Anyway, yeah.
Right, so I've alluded to in the end of the last episode and a little bit earlier on in this episode that I went to school with Francis Bourgeois. He is the train guy. You know, he's the guy who chases the trains. He has the GoPro facing. You know, maybe we can have a screenshot of him on screen right now.
Absolutely.
So, I used to do a podcast back in. We started it in 2020, end of 2021, 2022 maybe. I think it was 2022. And it was I used to live in this house by myself, and it was just we had this whole room for recording. It was great, and it was me and Cam, the guy that I used to stream with on this on my channel every now and then. So some viewers actually might know who that is. So it was me, Cam, and this guy called Luke. We had a channel together where we just chatted whatever we want to talk about. We'd talk about it was fun. It was a lot of laughs, but we kind of just stopped it in the end because firstly nobody watched it. We'd get like 20 views per episode. This Francis Bourgeois episode got like 1,000, but you know, in general we didn't do many views. It was just more fun. But then I think in the end we got a bit like, what's the point? And also a lot of the time, like one person wouldn't be free, and then we just ended up being so slow. Like it wasn't one a week anymore. It was more like one a month, and then we just kind of phased out. Oh, and
I've just found it on YouTube. I've just been
Breeze
having
podcast.
a little look for it. Yeah.
It was called Breeze Podcast because we thought it would be funny because it's like I don't know if this is probably just an English thing, and I've actually never used this saying myself. But there's like a saying in there, like a chatting breeze. Have you ever heard about that?
Oh,
you're rambling.
Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, a bit cringe, but it was a couple years back. So you know,
these are some fascinating thumbnails.
Yeah. Wait, but the videos are now privated. What can you see?
Some of them are. You've got 3 channels.
Yeah, but the main channel, all of the episodes are private, so you shouldn't be able to see.
There's like 7 videos on one. No, but you've got playlists.
Oh shit! The whole thing.
I can.
Oh, are they unlisted? They're unlisted.
Some of them are in the playlist.
No way.
I can see there's. Your all of your Francis Bourgeois saga is in a playlist.
They are all available to watch, just unlisted. I'm probably gonna private them. Maybe I'll leave ones up that I know are okay. Anything else I'm too embarrassed for. Like obviously I've never said anything bad, but I was just a lot more revealing back then, which I don't think I talk about anymore. Like there's one title called
I'm gonna do a 2-hour critic. I'm gonna do like a big video essay, which will be like a deep dive into the history of the Breeze podcast.
Like for example, are you looking at the playlist?
I'm looking at
Breeze podcast.
I think I know which one you're gonna see.
Episode 20. Have you seen the title for that?
Oh. No. Wait.
And the thumbnail.
Oh, sorry. You've got the full playlist.
Yeah, they're all there. They're all there.
Oh, I was looking at.
Look at episode 20. Scroll down to 20.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I would maybe not. I would maybe not have that one on.
It's not. I don't even. Thing is, like, there's no context because I can't even remember what we were talking about. So I'm just. You just see these titles. Like, obviously, we were. You know, it's like.
The longer I look at it, the worse it gets.
Yeah. You know, it's all like respectful stuff. It was just like we were very.
33 episodes.
Yeah,
though.
We were just very much like, we're just going to be as open as possible, and because that'll be the best conversation, and we'll just talk about anything. You know.
I mean, you got Travis Scott on like the 4th episode.
Yeah, I know, right? I edited it to look like one of my friends. She messaged me when I dropped that, and she was like, "I think it's just because I'm high right now, but I really thought you had Travis Scott on the episode."
I think you did a good job of that.
Yeah, it looks like he's talking to me. Me looking at him. Yeah, I mean, I will probably private these, but before we post the episode, but I can send you some screenshot, like some of the thumbnails, so you can just overlay it for the viewers, so they know what we're talking about.
Oh yes,
because there's some funny thumbnails here. There are some funny thumbnails.
This is a rabbit hole.
Not gonna lie, there was one episode where I talked about Assassin's Creed. There was like, it's called Assassin's Creed is really bad in 2022, and the thumbnail's got Cassandra and Eivor.
Does it?
Yeah, episode 8 in the podcast.
No, episode 8.
Yeah,
Let me have a look. Oh, I see it. Oh.
So I talked for about an.
Maybe we should revisit that. We should do
we should react. Yeah, that'd be fun. Anyway, that is the context that I used to have this old podcast with two of my friends. So
yes.
what happened was one day I think it was episode 10. In the Lewis, if you may please overlay the image, the thumbnail of me looking very sad and Francis Bourgeois. It's titled "I was bullied by Francis Bourgeois in school." Do you see it?
I see it.
So again, I'll send you these so you can overlay. But we were just naturally talking, and I don't remember where the conversation led to it, but somehow it led to it where I talked about basically. Well, I mean, I've clipped it. Let's just watch the clip.
Yeah, let's watch the Breeze podcast clip.
So another preface or premise, whatever you want to call it. Okay. There was an original clip that I posted that got way more views, but I started overthinking it because I was getting so many hate comments, and I didn't want it to look like I was lying. So what I did was I took the same like clips, but I had like a after the fact commentary in this clip, where I say like in the episode I said this, and then it would cut to it. So this is like a re-edited episode, a clip. It didn't help my case. It did not help my case. But let's just watch the clip.
Oh, right. I just had a little scroll through. I can see that your outfit changes.
Yeah, and that I made a mistake wearing that hat. I got bullied the hell for that hat. Out of me for that hat.
Oh, man. Okay, maybe we should let's just watch it. Let's see. I'm expecting Mr. Beast here.
Okay, so should we count down from 3 so we can play it at the same time?
Yeah. If anything goes wrong, I can always mute our respective audio and just play it.
I mean, because this is a YouTube short, you should still be able to scroll back to the beginning and then press play when it's done. You know, as it's paused.
Oh right, hang on. I'm not watching it actually on YouTube. Let me.
I would.
Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. Right. Does it? There we go. Okay. So, should we count me down?
All right. As soon as I say,
I'll turn the volume
as soon
up.
as I say 1, I'll click play at the same time. So as soon as you hear me say 1, press play. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. I was bullied by Francis Bourgeois.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was. It's what I would say if I wanted tons of views. But here's the truth about Francis Bourgeois. He was the year above me in school. He was not like what he is now. He was just like a popular kid. And I'm bleeding from the nose pretty badly. They're all like literally bashing on the door trying to get it down, all laughing at me. I was literally holding it up.
I see how this is going.
Yes, he was friends with a few of the kids that bullied me at school. But that doesn't mean he was one. On face value, you call him the road man, the popular kid, this and that. As he even said himself, this was Francis trying to fit in. Now, my memory of Francis was he was friends with the kids that made fun of me. But that doesn't mean he made fun of me, and I don't remember him ever doing it. I think his content's very good, and I think he's a genuine nice guy. At the end of the day, do not hate on the man because he's doing what he loves. And yes, he might have been different in the past because he was trying to fit in. And aren't we all just trying to fit in this world?
Full story on Breeze podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting apology video.
Yeah. So obviously, the original clips that you.
I can see the comments.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave that to you.
Okay. So let me explain. The original clip I posted, that's probably been deleted. I don't know where that is. But the original clip was literally not me with the hat talking. It was just the clips where I was like, yeah, I was bullied by him. Yeah. They were bullying me. They were this and that. And everyone in the comments were like, what the fuck, bro? You know, they would literally, like, even if it was true, they were just defending him anyway. And I was getting absolutely rinsed. So I take that down, I private it, I repost this new one where I say, you know, yes, he was friends with the kids that were mean to me, but, you know, doesn't mean he was. And I said all that, but it didn't help the case. Still got absolutely rinsed. So I guess we'll throw up on screen the comments as we read them. The first one, which has the first comment, which has 221 likes, this is literally the most desperate clickbait I've ever seen. He bullied me, but he didn't. But he did bully me. So, yeah. So to answer that, again, for a little bit more context, what I said was I tried to clickbait it in the way that made it sound like, yeah, he bullied me at school. But again, what it was is I went on a school trip that he went on, and his friends were like legit, like massive, like dickheads to me. They were not very nice. But he never said anything. He just kind of like laughed along, but like didn't do anything. Which I explained, but I obviously tried to clickbait it a little bit.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I mean, yeah. Looking more at the apology side of it, though, I mean, it's bad to begin with because you speak about it in a podcast format, which I think is always going to be like not the best way of getting your thoughts out there. Like, you know, but then, yeah, the apology seems a bit like I'm not going to show the full clip. I'm going to just, like, keep interrupting it and trying to hide it. And I don't think you needed to do an apology for it. Like, I was just like, I don't know. I think I was just, like, freaking out because I'm like, oh, shit, like, this is backfiring. But how about I think this could be quite funny. Why don't you pick some of the craziest comments and read them out to me? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me screenshot them as I'm going. Yeah. So somebody said, did they bully you because they somehow knew in advance you'd have the deadest channel on YouTube? Joke's on them.
Yeah, I did all right in the end, but
little would they know.
Yeah. Oh, the reply. Have you seen the reply?
Oh, I haven't, no. Oh. Wow. Okay.
Chucking all them 36 fans away. I guess that's how many subs we had. From him and his entourage. Desperate kid. Interesting.
I like the one from Big Head, who says, this dude reminds me of those Resident Evil videos where they turn facial animations up to 500%.
Yeah, I don't know why my face was like doing that. It's because I was really trying to like enunciate my words, so like my face was going a bit more like, you know. But listen,
I think I do that as well. Yeah. I like try and look more energetic by like moving around a bit and, you know, bobbing my head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I definitely want to go overboard there. This was just the perfect like way to just everything was perfect for me to be bullied.
I like who's this weapon?
Yeah.
Says he's gonna shite through your letterbox if you don't bully him.
What?
I don't know. Look, I'm just gonna screenshot these.
Yeah.
Pop them in the episode.
Have you seen the one by Christo Ferg?
I might. Hang on a minute. Is it far down?
It's above Big Head.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought that haircut was only something you saw in video games.
Until now.
Where's the ones about the cap? What did they say about the cap?
There was a few here and there. Like, maybe I'm remembering it wrong.
Trying hard with that YouTube voice.
You should hear my YouTube Shorts voice now.
I was gonna say, if only they knew.
Yeah.
His name isn't even Francis. Is that true?
It is true, but I won't say what it is because it's not public. I mean, it might have leaked, but I'm not gonna.
I was gonna say, like, the one thing that really does go in your favor is the receipts, because you got pictures of you and him as kids, which only you could have gotten.
Yeah. No, so the one of him as a kid is one he posted because he did people started finding out his old Facebook and all his old pictures, where he was a bit more of he dressed more like a road man, which is so different to what he is now. So people were saying he's fake, so he made a response saying like, nah, I've literally just changed over time and I don't try and fit in anymore. And...
You know, though, I always thought he was putting it on because in some like collaborations he does, he's proper dripped out.
Yeah.
And like, I'm thinking there's something. I mean, I know he's like obviously very well off.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think as to a certain extent, like, you know, like the way he dresses and stuff, and the way he sort of his whimsical self. I think, you know, that is him to an extent. I just think that obviously he knows his USP. You know, he's playing into a bit of a character, but I still believe what you see is kind of who he is. It's just more amplified, which is, you know, what's wrong with that? Play a character. I don't see why people can't do that. There's somebody said that said I'd bully you at school, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
But then somebody defended me. They said, "What, in your Incredible Hulk pajamas?" I don't know why. I don't know why.
Well,
but yeah. Someone said, "Why would you get bullied by him? He's a great train spotter." I mean, yeah.
Oh right, okay, yeah, because you choose to get bullied.
Oh, can you read out the one from commenter Art Van Wag 3257?
What a sad little boy. What?
yes, I know.
I don't know. This is weird.
I know, right? Looks like he should have. How? Let us know. Are you reporting news on something so? How are you reporting on something so microscopic? Watching this, no wonder you got bullied. What a new
dude! You don't have to have an aneurysm to drive home a point.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Jesus.
Someone commented, "What a noodle." Why a noodle?
I don't know, like a wet wipe, I guess. A wet noodle.
Yeah.
I don't. The internet is incredible.
Yeah. Somebody said, "Why? Go on, get a proper job." Trust me, this was not my job. Trust me, it had 30 subscribers. Sort out your trim. Nice try. You wish. Oh, you wish. All right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. I just thought it'd be funny to read them. I mean, I kind of walked into it. You know, I kind of got what I was asking for.
I get why people got angry at you for it.
It's the clickbait mostly. Like, Francis bullied me, but then I'm like, but he didn't.
But it's the going back on it afterwards is sort of almost like admitting defeat. I feel like if you hadn't made this, I mean, I imagine at the time it's not fun to get that many comments. Especially, like, how many years ago was this? Like 3 years ago? I mean, that's not...
I don't know. Let's have a look. When did I post it? Description... 2022. January. So, 3 years ago. Yeah.
I'm gonna just check. What was I doing in January 2022?
Yeah.
Probably
not making videos about Francis Bourgeois.
I have a feeling I know which video it was, but I want to check.
Are we going to react?
I don't know if I had... It'll have been on this channel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think... Because, you know when you go on YouTube, it doesn't give you the dates, it just tells you how long ago it was.
Yeah. So
I've got to guess. I know this was a video after Christmas, was it?
While you're doing
2021, I'm a year behind.
See, while you're finding that video, I'm just reading the titles of these shorts. There's so many, and they're actually mad funny. Just get a burger, mate. #shorts. You're kind of sexy, you know. #shorts.
That sounds like. Is that the guy?
No, I was literally saying that
the
to
Undateables guy.
No, I was literally just saying
right.
to Cam, like, "Oh, you're kind of sexy, aren't you?" Like, I was just messing about, and he was like, "What are you doing, bro?" And I was like, "Hey, come here." It's just a joke, you know.
January 2022 was the absolute low point of my channel. This was me doing unscripted, just videos reacting to news because I couldn't be bothered to script stuff anymore.
Yeah.
This was a dark time. So
I
did a video talking about Halo Infinite in January. And that was that was the last video I did that got no views before I switched back to doing scripted video essays.
Yeah.
But that was the last fears.
Did you just sort of have a sort of moment of what am I actually doing?
Yeah,
we've all been there.
Put it this way. In January, I'm doing just unscripted videos talking about random things. Then I did one scripted video essay on Peaky Blinders, and after that is the Arno Dorian video, which is where I cemented just doing Assassin's Creed. Which means, wow, like, it's 2022 is when I started Assassin's Creed as a channel.
Wow.
Properly.
Well, and that's when you went, this is unapologetically an Assassin's Creed channel.
I think so. I don't remember what... I've had a few funny slogans in my... I can't remember what they were. Like, I think at one point I had movie-length essays or something, was the joke.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
But then I've never produced a video essay longer. But yeah, that was a fascinating... I'm going to end up looking into the Breeze podcast now.
Oh, yeah, you should watch some
maybe
episodes.
in the next episode.
Yeah.
Let me get back
I'll tell you what,
with some
the
thoughts.
Valentine's Day episode, that was a banger. That took me ages to edit because we were cutting different camera angles. We were all dressed up. That was a good episode. That was a good one.
Okay, I will take your recommendation. I will listen to the...
Yeah.
Well, I'll skim through the
For the
the Valentine's
For
Day
the
one.
viewers at home, by this time this episode is released, I think a lot of them will be private. Oh shit, bro!
Yes.
Can I even log into that account anymore?
Oh no! Oh no!
No, I think it.
Oh, I hope so.
feel like it'll be okay. Like it's old. It's it's the past. I wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think if I can private some, I'd
Get rid of it.
probably. Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to see if the email linked. Oh no, it's not. I'll figure it out. It's got. I had a
sure,
TikTok
sure.
account on this and everything. They're on Spotify still. It was a whole thing.
Here's where I get a message like throughout the week. Bro, delete this whole segment. I can't get rid of it.
No, I'll be alright. I'll be alright.
If you want to segue back to the questions, I got a really good one to segue us
Go
in.
on then. Yeah.
So this is a one about us.
Oh.
Somebody, although it's gonna test our knowledge here. Somebody has said, "What is your favorite video from the other creator?" So what's the favorite
that's a good
Exile
question.
video, and what's the favorite Willis Makes Movies video?
Would you like me to go first? I've got an idea.
You've got an idea. Oh,
So-
cool. I've got an idea too.
I would.
but I'll let
I
you.
would say that Metro one I watched was pretty good. That was a good video.
No, don't say that's the best one. That's a long time ago.
All right. So like older videos, I'd say that one.
Okay. Yeah, I keep that in a playlist, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
Like video game essays was in a playlist, and that was... I'm still very proud of that one.
I would say from your most recent, I quite liked the Eevee Fry Dance one. That was decent.
Yeah, I need to do more like that.
I think, yeah, maybe that one.
I have more of that
Maybe
planned.
that one. To be fair, or the what really happened to the modern day, that was decent.
Ah, yes.
So yeah, I would say.
What was the...
I would say.
What's
Wait.
the first video of mine you saw?
Wait. Sorry, I will answer that, but I have to
Okay.
correct myself. My favorite video of yours, most recently, is the one, the scene that saved Valhalla. I like that one.
Ah, yes.
Sorry.
I like that. I am going to be doing more of them. I've got them planned.
Yeah, that was
I've
good.
got them
That
planned.
was good. Sorry, what was your question?
What was the first video of mine that you saw, if you can remember?
Trying to think. Obviously, so I remember we did the. Obviously, the hidden one messaged me. Is like,
Oh, I've got a follow-up question.
Oh,
I've got a
okay.
follow-up question. Sorry,
yeah.
yeah.
So
carry on,
the
carry on.
hidden one, obviously, is when we did that collab. He messaged. Obviously, me and him speak every now and then, and he messages me and he's like, "Oh, do you want to do this collab?" I was like, "Yeah, it sounds." He's like, "It's with three other guys," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Who's it with?" He's like, "It's with Master Assassin." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." And he said, "It's Willis Makes Movies," and I said, "Oh, I don't know who that Willis Makes Movies
Who the
is."
fuck's
Yeah,
that?
I was like, "Who is that?" And then the hidden one said to me, "Oh, he actually left a comment on one of your videos the other day, but you didn't reply." And I was like, "Oh shit, I missed it. I must have missed it." So I go back and I look and I find your comment and I think I replied to you. And then we sort of followed each other's channels for a bit, didn't we?
Yes.
So-
what video did I comment on?
Oh, I don't remember. I know which one it was. It was just after the we got the gameplay reveal at the Ubisoft Forward. I made a video on it and you commented on that. And you were
Oh, yes.
yeah.
That's when I was trying to suss out what everybody was thinking.
Yeah. And then, so then I would have watched one of your videos around then. And I remember, like, I think it was a video, you probably just talking about AC, but, like, I remember you were, like, commenting, you were, like, referencing things you'd said on stream and, like, cutting back to it and stuff. And I think you were with one of your mates, maybe? Like one of your friends was on stream?
Oh, yes. I know what you're on about. Yeah, that was for Ubisoft Forward as well. So that makes sense because that's around the same time. He reacted to the Xbox event the day before the Ubisoft one. He came around because he's a big Gears of War fan. So he wanted to watch the Microsoft one. Funny story about that. So he was on my live stream and I quickly cut together his reaction to the Gears of War announcement, the new game, and he posted that on his channel at like 2 a.m, and it got like the most views he's ever gotten.
Oh, has he got a channel?
Yeah. He reviews Hot Toys figures.
Hot Toys?
I edit all his videos, actually. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before.
No.
I edit his videos for him. Yeah. I
free?
do that whenever he... Yeah, just whenever he
you're a
edits
good
one.
friend.
It only takes me like an hour to do.
Fair enough. That's nice of you.
It's funny, he's got 2,000 subscribers, but he's not monetized because he only does like shorts.
Oh, he does YouTube,
which is
YouTube
quite annoying
shorts.
for him. Yeah, but I edit his long form, whereas he does his own shorts.
Oh, I see.
It would make more sense if you saw the channel, but yeah.
What's Hot Toys?
Oh, they're like the expensive, like £300 Marvel figures or Star Wars figures.
Okay, fair enough.
You'll have seen them, like you'll see them on Instagram all the time. They're very expensive ones. I've got one myself. I'm going to hold it up to the camera now.
No, I don't know. I mean, I can imagine. Yeah, it's just like a very expensive.
I've got a Shore Trooper from Rogue One.
Fair enough.
It's
do you know what
like? Yeah. They're very
do you know what I
expensive.
can imagine their toys will be like in like 10 years? I reckon. With like generative AI, like with a toy back in the day, you'd pull a cord and it would, or push a button and it would be like, fire. Imagine like they've got a generative AI in it, and the kids can like talk to their toys and actually play with them.
Oh, so like Ezio could speak back to you.
Yeah, you could like, so Ezio, what? And he's like, well, I would like to play with this in this. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Like, and like kids would if
Kill your parents.
Yeah, but like if a kid's like an only child, they'll actually be able to. It'll be like they're playing with someone.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
That would be cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, someone do that. Yeah. Someone. That's someone's business. I've just set someone up for life now. They're gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, oh shit, that's it. That's the £1 million idea. Yeah. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna add generative AI to toys. Anyway.
Why not? Yeah. So just to quickly, I had a follow-up question before I say about how I discovered what my favorite videos are on your channel. So I view my character studies as my magnum opus.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen all of them? And which ones have you seen?
So let me think.
Because I get the feeling I don't think many people have seen all of them because they're quite long.
I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. I've barely seen any of them, just to be completely honest.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
I thought so.
I've seen, like, if I go on your page on my YouTube, I can see like where I've got up to in some of them. But I've like, it's not. It's because they're quite long. It's been something I've sort of skipped through, which I know does not do the content justice. But I will, I'll sit down and watch some of them. I'm quite looking forward to watching the Haytham one.
Yes, yeah. That was the most recent one before I decided these are taking too long to make, so I need to get regular content out and not just one every 2 months. If you look at like the release dates of each one, like they are very long in between.
Yeah, they're long to be fair though. Like some of them,
yeah,
like Altair.
The Altair one, that's 100 minutes. It took 6 months to make that.
God, that's 6 months.
Yeah,
that's insane. Oh, you must have felt really accomplished when you finished it.
I did, yeah, because by that point I knew they were going to get views. It's nice to know that when you release something, it is going to get views.
True. That, yeah.
And they've done really well. I don't know. I mean, the Connor one is the most popular. I think that's got like 65k or something.
Yeah.
But imagine if that had like 1 million views on them. The amount of revenue on them.
That's was that like 10? No, not 10k. Like 1,000, 2,000, something like that. Depending on your RPM. To be fair, if you've got a £3 RPM, that's like 3k.
Well, I can tell you how much I made on the Connor one currently. Can I?
No, I don't know. Can you?
No, I hope so. Sort by most viewed. There we go. £388.
Not bad. Be nice to get that in a day, wouldn't it, on a video?
It'd be nice to get that on every video. Like, yeah, if I just dropped that video and it got 65k.
We would be. Oh my goodness. I'm just hoping this is a nice little look into the future for us.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just because I remember I did a video on the EZIO. It was what happened to the EZIO in Assassin's Creed or something like that. And that when I first posted that video, no one cared. None of my subscribers watched it. It got 400 views in the first day. I was like, for fuck's sake. but then it just got pushed down to the algorithm, and it's at 27k now. And it made shall I have a look how much it made? This is to be fair, even if people don't make YouTube videos, I feel like this is quite interesting for people to get a little insight.
Yeah, it's funny because this always happens in the background as well. I feel like your videos that shoot up are not the ones that you're expecting.
Yeah, and this video, I mean, it's nearly dead, but it's not dead yet. It gets about 50 60 views a day, which is, I mean, it's not much, but it's cool. It's nice to know people are still watching it. Yeah. If it says 0 views in the last 48 hours, it's kind of sad because it's no one will ever see it again. But or unlikely to. Where with this, it's at least I know, people are still watching it, which is nice. So it got, and just so the viewers at home know, this is not a brag because it didn't make that much money. It's not enough to brag about, you know. But it got 27k views and it made £88. Which is it's a good little ratio there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That would
if that was a regular.
Yeah. What was the RPM? Must have been high on that. What was that? It's £3.24 RPM. Yeah, it's pretty. I guess that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how to judge half of them.
Got me 135 subs.
Wow,
which is good. So I have a few videos that have done that, but I don't like the way I look in the video though. My hair's looking a bit weird.
Well, at least people aren't.
At least they're not commenting about it like in the short. It's
true.
Apparently been much worse.
Yeah. But just to bring it back, I would say my favorite video of yours. Now here's the thing, I like long videos. So I did enjoy listening to your Mirage one, your Mirage retrospective the other day, but I was like, oh man, I wish you'd done more like that, because there's not many videos of that length.
Yeah, I know.
I think my favourite videos of yours are the retrospectives on AC Bloodlines, is it?
Yeah, that's one of my best.
Is that the PSP one?
Yeah.
And AC Discovery. I mean, those two. I like retrospectives, and not many people covered those games. So it's nice to just hear what actually happens in them.
Yeah.
And you've got the skits and stuff in between. It feels like you've put a lot of effort into them, and I think they're the favourites.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think the Bloodlines one was I mean, it's that doesn't get many views anymore, but it still does, which is again nice to know, because it's well, I put in that work, and even today it's still getting appreciated, even if it's not as much anymore.
Yeah. I remember seeing it a lot in my recommended.
Really?
I don't know when I watched
before
it. I can see that I watched the. I have to have, yeah.
That's crazy.
When did you put it out? Hang on.
2 years ago. It was. God, it was ages. It was right at the start of my channel. I would have had
December 2022.
This would have been less than 1,000 subs.
I'm sure I've watched this a couple of times because I've seen it before I knew it was you, definitely.
I would have had like...
I recognise that thumbnail too distinctly to not.
No, I would have had like maybe 500... Oh no, I got 1,000 subs in my first month. No, I would have had just over 1,000 subs. But yeah, so what I'm saying is, it's just that was a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, I think my favourite video that not that this is the question, but my favourite video that I've done... I guess I can ask you that next. But my favourite video that I've done is probably the Discovery video. It's just... I watched it back recently and I was like, yeah, that's a bit of fun.
I like videos like that because it feels like they're the big videos and all the news stuff in between is just like filler in a way to get to it.
Yeah.
I like the big projects.
I think I might be done with AC News.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry, but before that, what's your favourite video of your own?
Oh man, I mean, it's the Connor character study, because Connor's the character I like the most, so I think I just end up being nicer to the game because of it, or like the storyline. But I always say that, so I feel like I need what's like a niche one that I've done? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look through... Oh, I tell you what, I did a really good video essay on the movie Good Time with Robert Pattinson.
I've not heard of that one.
You've not? I think it's right up your alley.
Oh, really? What's the premise?
Oh, God, the premise is so stupid.
What are you trying to say?
So... No, not in that way. I mean, like, to describe it totally undermines what the film's actually about. Yeah. But these two brothers rob a bank. One of them gets arrested for it, but he's like got mental. He's very disabled. Right, we'll say.
Right. You called him mental.
So he ends up. No, this is not the plot. So he goes to prison. Yeah. And the other brother knows that he's not going to be safe in prison because of his disabilities. Yeah. So he goes on his own Odyssey of sorts. I think I say that in the video. He goes on an Odyssey throughout the entire night trying to raise enough money to get his brother out of prison.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's sort of about the lengths that he'll go to try and save his brother, but at the same time you're thinking, is his brother going to be better off with you or without you?
Oh, that sounds like a...
And it sort of questions, like, the criminal system and stuff. But it's, like, a neon-drenched, like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
It sounds
pretty
decent,
cool. And the ending... It feels a bit like you're not quite sure where it's going. And then at the end, the final, like, 5 minutes, you're like, oh, I get it.
What's the name of the film again?
Good Time.
Good Time. Yeah, I might... That sounds decent.
I've got it on Blu-ray. It's
well, I'd say I'd come over and borrow it, but I'm not trekking up all the way up north to get that. I'll just stream it, I think.
Where is it? Let me put it up to the camera. There we go.
Yeah, I see that.
It's the Safdie brothers. It's the Safdie brothers who did Uncut Gems.
Who were the Safdie brothers?
What?
No.
Have you seen Oppenheimer?
Yeah. No, I haven't. I haven't seen it.
What? Oh my god! I can't do this. Have you seen Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Oh yes, of course.
Right. Good. Not the character, the show.
I thought you meant the man.
One of the brothers.
No, I'm joking. I've seen it.
One of the brothers plays that Jedi who comes to him at the beginning and gets hung.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so as a final question. This is a good one. Oh shit, I've just deleted it on my document.
It was too good.
It's too good. With a Black Flag remake, what significant changes do you think should be made without affecting the main story?
Ooh. Sorry, say the question again. Is it in the chat or?
Let me pop it in. I think the way it's being said should be...
With a Black Flag remake, what significant changes do you think should be made without affecting the main story? I don't think there should be any changes to the main story, though. That's the thing. it's hard. It's
I think he means like what can you get away with changing that doesn't affect the story, or like what changes do you think should be made in the remake?
Okay, all right. Well, I think that you can change. I think what they want to do is they want to change the gameplay sort of formula to be more like Odyssey, right? So I think you can do that while still keeping the main crux of the story together. But I think it just inherently by the way those games work, they have to add some bloat, I feel like. So I feel like they will try and expand on it. They'll draw it out, right? They'll take what is the concise story, and I think they will stretch it out. Because I just don't think that sort of gameplay sort of, again, formula is going to work without doing that, because they want you to spend hundreds of hours in the game, and that story is not hundreds of hours. So I don't think they can. I mean, they have to change the story. They have to draw it out.
Yeah, I could say like it would be great to spend more time with some of the characters that don't get utilized as much, like Charles Vane. You could get a bit of time with him. You could get some more time with Calico Jack. But at the end of the day, is that going to make the story better?
That's the thing.
Not really.
That's the thing. Yeah, like, does that? You can spend more time with Blackbeard, but do you need to? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll each have their own very long length side quests, like Min. I don't know, but that would affect the story.
I mean, I think
because eventually those side quests will be unplayable.
Yeah, I think whatever you do, they have to, like, if they're going to remake the game in the way that we think they're going to remake it, I think there's no way that they cannot change the story. I just don't think they can. I think they have to draw it out, and they have to add a lot to it. They can keep the main plot the same, you know, so it still makes sense in the lore. But I think it will be like, you know, they'll probably make it out that like this Animus rendition, this Animus simulation actually tells more of what happened. It's more accurate, and it'll do it like
that's
that.
What they're gonna say, aren't they? It's gonna be more.
Yeah,
accurate.
it'll say like or it'll be like the assassins reliving it rather than Abstergo. So and they'll say like that version was the abridged. You know, that was the one that the Templars came up with, and they cut a lot of the truth out or something, which makes no sense because it was very much delving into the philosophy of the Creed, and the Templars you'd think wouldn't do that. But regardless, I think that's probably the way they might change it.
Because inherently the idea of remaking the game means that they're going to change the story. It has to change.
Yeah. Just
because of the way that it's formatted compared to what the gameplay is going to be.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's so yeah, it's hard to answer that question, because if it's saying how would you do it without change, I mean,
I think it's asking like, what would you change without changing the story? Like, what do you think could be done?
Yeah. Well,
that you would want to see that doesn't change the story.
I suppose in that case it could be a question of like, well, let's forget that they're gonna probably do it like an Odyssey game. If we were gonna remake it, what would we do? I guess would be to still, for me, it would still keep it a concise, you know, between 20, 30 hour sort of story.
Yeah. Maybe improve combat. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of that genuinely needs changing.
Well, that's the thing. We're struggling to say what we would change because, I mean, in my opinion at least, it doesn't need remaking. It's too. It feels too modern.
Less tailing missions. Get rid of the tailing missions.
Yeah, that's
change up the gameplay a bit on some of the missions.
That's one. To be fair, that is one. Yeah. Okay. Other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
The game is very difficult to improve.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions, or are we wrapping it up?
I think we should wrap it up. We've been going for over 2 hours now.
Yeah.
I do have a lot more questions, but we can always do a follow-up, or we can, maybe do a few each episode.
Yeah. I just realised we forgot to mention about the writing in.
We could always do a post about that.
Yeah, why don't we say it now and then also do a post?
Yeah.
And then shall I preface it real quick, and then I'll lead it into outro and hand it back to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we have decided, we thought it would be a good idea to have an email address that you guys can write into. Send us an email. You can ask any questions and we will read it out on the Podyssey. Now, this can be Assassin's Creed related. It can be personal life related. It can be anything you want. Obviously, to an extent, we don't want anything too out there. But you know, like we'll think it'd be a good conversation. Now, of course, if this is personal stuff, we can of course make this anonymous. We don't have to say your name. We can just say this person. Or if you do want us to say your name, we can say your name. It's completely up to you. And we haven't come up with the name for the email yet. However, what we'll do is we'll have it on screen right now, and maybe we'll leave a link. We'll leave the email in the description for people to be able to do that. So that's on screen now, and it's linked in the description. And ask us some questions. We'll read them out next episode in a little segment, either near the beginning of the episode, near the end, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, that is that. Also, remember to comment down below what you want to be called. We haven't done that poll yet, but we will.
Oh yeah, we haven't finished that yet.
What do you want the community? What's the family name? We all need a family name for the Podyssey, so let us know. But other than that, I will hand the outro over to Willis Makes Movies.
Yeah. So, if you enjoyed this episode of the Podyssey and you want to see more, well, guess what? There's another 12, maybe 13 episodes for you to revisit down below. So please do check out the previous episodes. Follow us on Spotify, where the episodes are getting uploaded regularly. I haven't done the Mirage one yet. I've just remembered that. And check out our respective YouTube channels. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will see you next time.
Goodbye. The Podyssey, we won't forget.
Oh, that was different.
Yeah.
That was a variation.
I don't know what happened there.